folks, be aware that Kitty is lurking around right by me. So if you happen to see a tail or some fur or whatever, well, she's giving me a break. She's decided to go sit beside me. What a sweet, sweet kitty girl. So now I'm using my pencil. This is by LA Girls. It's an Ultimate Lip Pencil. And you see the shade here. This is in the burgundy color. And it's called Intense Day Auto Liner. This shade is actually called Unlimited Wine. And I'm doing things in a kind of reverse order today. I mix it up a lot. I don't always do things in the same order. Like, for instance, you've seen me do my eyebrows after. Today I did my eyebrows first. They tend to look more precise when I do them first. I'm able to get a better brow that way. And I'm sure a lot of you are too. So I just lined it. And this is a Nika K 24-hour lip color. Just what you would get at a beauty supply store. Nika K. I don't always get stuff there. I have all kind of brands, and I go everywhere. I go to Ulta, Sephora, drugstores, Walmart, Target, online. Wherever there's makeup, I will be found. So, another interesting statistic you might want to know about is that 3% of the men that you will meet on an online dating site are psychopaths. Now, I'm not picking on men, don't get me wrong. That's just a statistic that's out there. They haven't measured women. And I know that there are women who are psychopaths as well. Definitely. You know, I know a few women who admit to having psychopathic tendencies. So, you know, that's very honest of them. But with men, 3% of them actually are. So there's a chance that you might run into your local psychopath as well when you're doing your online dating. So watch out for Mr. Psycho. You don't want to make his day. You really don't. Now, another thing you need to keep in mind is that on the dating sites and in general, there are about 16,000 abductions every year related to people who meet on those websites and people in general here in the country. 16,000 abductions every year, a lot of them related to people who have met online. Not necessarily on a dating site, but it could be just on any app that's out there. And they end up being abducted. So that's something we want to be careful for too. Nobody wants to get abducted. Oh, the lipstick. That's right, the lip gloss. This one is this lip gloss right here is Beauty by Pop Sugar. Right here. That's out of UK. And the color of this particular gloss is Be the Boss. Well, it's called Be the Boss Lip Gloss. I don't see the color. Oh, here it is. It's called Fetish. That kind of goes along with some of the people on the websites. They have fetishes too. You might have noticed that. I noticed that a lot of the men who have contacted me have different kind of fetishes. Sometimes that's okay with me. You know, I do have shoes. And it seems there's a lot of people with shoe fetishes. And I just happen to have like 1,000 pair of shoes. I just love shoes myself. I'm not interested in a shoe. I wouldn't want a shoe for a boyfriend, but I do have a lot of shoes, so I understand that. You have your lingerie lovers. You have people who like to do all kinds of stuff. So just be sure that you're down for whatever it is they have in mind. Now I'm going to put a touch of the Pitsy lip stick or what have you, lip tint right there, the brightest shade. Right in the center. See, just to make it a little bit more purpley like the blouse that I'm wearing. There we go. Got just that. And let me see, I have something else that I would like to use here, if I can find it. I'm sure I can. It can't be that far away. Let's see. Maybe it is that far away. Oh! Here's something that's in front of me. I might want to use that. Let's see here. I was going to possibly use one of my KVD lip glosses. I don't see it. Hold on for just a moment. I do not see that. I don't see that lip gloss, but that's okay. I have another one that I think will work just as well. This one is by Flesh Cosmetics. See that? That's a nice purple that matches the blouse as well. And this one is called Hot Sauce Lip Gloss, color number 345. 2 lip glosses today. See? There we go. Just a little extra shine. Yeah. Now, I want to talk to you now about some of the states that have the least occurrences of dating app-related situations and the ones that have the most. Before you do that, I'm going to show you the 3 palettes that I'm using for the eye look. We have this Rachel Leary one by Revolution. It's called Goddess on the Go. You see, it's new. As I told you all before, almost everything I use is pretty new because I bought so much makeup to start doing tutorials. And then I have this NYX Ultimate Edit. This one is a petite palette. And this one is in the shade Warm Neutrals. And it's very complementary to the other one. So I'll probably mix the colors up. See? Let me show you the other one, just in case you forgot. Okay. And then I have a third one that's also complementary to these two. This one is the Chocolate Orange by Revolution. You may have seen this before. Chocolate Orange. Isn't that beautiful? And this one actually goes very well with this Rachel Leary one as well. So those are the 3 I'm going to use. I'm going to use a variety of colors out of these to come up with a distinctive look. So again, as I mentioned before, we're going to go into the most dangerous states as well as the more safe states. Now this particular palette comes with one of these spoolie things, but I don't know if I'm going to use it. Well, I guess I could use it to start my cut crease. But what I'd like to do first is just build up some color here. So, yes, the most dangerous states. What would you think are the most dangerous states? Do you have any guesses? The top 10 most dangerous states is the question. Who do you think? Or I should say, which states do you think? I can tell you. You want me to start with number 1, or you want me to start with the bottom of the list? I'll tell you what. I'll start with the top of the list. Washington, D.C. That's a very dangerous city for online dating disasters. I could see it too, because you got a lot of people who are working for the government or what have you. They may be there away from home. I don't want to be one to hate on politicians, but you know, hey, it's a lot that goes on in D.C. I remember years ago, one of my mom's buddies that she was friends with, my mother was a nurse, and of course I do nursing as well. I'm also into healthcare. She was a full-time nurse, but she also worked as a call girl in Washington, D.C. And one of the reasons she liked the city is because you have all of those politicians and different people who work in government service passing through, always looking for somebody for the hookup. And so she made herself a fortune in addition to her nursing income by just doing some hooking up on the side. And she was able to get a real boyfriend. She actually had a boyfriend who was a scientist, and he didn't seem to have a problem with her hooking up with all the other men. I guess he was open-minded. I don't know. I don't know why she was able to do that or how she was able to pull that off, but she did pull it off. So Washington, D.C. is number 1. Number 2, you have a guess? Louisiana. Yeah, it's a whole lot of stuff going on in big old Sin City down there. Well, that's what they call Vegas, so I'll just call Louisiana the city of the Mardi Gras, the city of, what do we call that? I forgot what you call them. Big Easy, the Big Easy, there you go. Next is Nevada. Now, that's the one that goes by Sin City, Las Vegas in Nevada. That's number 3. Then number 4, what do you think is number 4? Take a guess. What do you think? Any guess? I'll tell you, Tennessee and Alabama. So now that we've talked about the most unsafe states, why don't we hop over to the states that tend to be the safest for people? The number 1 safest state for dating apps and meeting someone online is Vermont. It's a small state, and I guess you just have a lot of people who are honest there, Could just be because it's small and it's harder for people to hide infidelity and things like that. So Vermont, New Hampshire. So a lot of Southeast states. And, this just goes to show people from the southern states who think that people from the Northeast are crooks. Well, I'm sorry, but a whole lot of the people who are getting caught up in deception are the Southerners. And it's the people who are in the Northeast who are actually a little bit more honest and legit. You have Idaho, way up in the Pacific Northwest, right? That's one of the most honest states. West Virginia. Now we're getting back in the South, but in West Virginia, it's kind of a small state. It's a little bit rural, and you have a lot of people there who are very honest and straightforward when it comes to their online dating life. Maine, that's another state, Great Northwest, or no, excuse me, Northeast. They're also very good for being honest when they're doing online dating. You have Minnesota, Midwest. They're honest, pretty much so. A good state, a really safe state. Utah, maybe it's because it's a religious affiliated town, but you've got a lot of people who are sincere there when it comes to online dating. They are who they say they are. Wyoming, and I can see that. You got a lot of cowboys in Wyoming. I was going to marry a guy from Wyoming before. Well, he wanted to marry me, and his parents didn't object either. It was pretty cool. I kind of wish I had of, but he was moving real fast. Now, that was in person. Connecticut, that's another state that has a lot of honest people, really safe. And New Jersey. I have a great friend from New Jersey. I hope he watches this. Hi, Ian. Ian's a booger bear, but most of the people in New Jersey are not.